G'day everybody, I'm Stephanie B and welcome to Starbase Flyover live number 21. Looks like we've got some good weather out there. Mauricio and Fred are sitting there in the cockpit, as you can see, with the cockpit view there. And today we've been, well, Matt will go into more of that in a minute, but today we're flying with Cessna 172, so I'll hand it back over to Matt for a minute.
Yeah, thanks, Steph. So, real quick, we just wanted to let you guys know that we did have to upgrade the plane today from a 150 to a 172. It's extremely windy, so this is going to help them with a little bit more power and a little bit more stability. So, with that, it also costs a little bit more money per hour. And one of our great followers, MS Wadley, Michael, he donated us $140 through PayPal and said 2-hour upgrade for the 172. Have a good flight. We really appreciate that. That is an incredible contribution and it helps so much. So thank you very much for that, Michael. And then Denise Williams also sent us $10 through PayPal, and she says to support the use of the better plane on today's flyover and to account for the weather challenges. Be safe. And then last but not least, at the moment, we have Yazada with a $5 super chat saying a contribution towards Mauricio's goal. So much appreciated. Thank you so much for that, guys. And back to you, Steph.
Okay, awesome. It's really good support there. Good on you. Okay, yeah, we're taxiing out. Yeah, the windsock. I forget. I have to get. Someone might have to remind me. I forget. The windsock can tell you not only the wind direction, but it can also give you a bit of an indication of wind strength by how much droop the windsock has. And being no droop, I'm sort of thinking that's around 15 knots, perhaps. I'll see if I find someone in chat can help me out with that one. I could probably Google it too. So yeah, a bit windy today. And a little bit extra power in 172 is going to help heaps with that. Okay, quick look at that. Oh, that didn't work.
12 knots.
Looks like our inside camera's about to die already.
Oh, here we go. Here's a picture of it here. So yeah, fully, yeah, like Martin just suggested, sort of a little kick at the end. It's like 12 knots with a fully straight out. It's around 12 knots. So looking about 15 knots. So it looks like at least 15 knots out there, and hopefully it's blowing straight down the runway for the pilots. But it doesn't matter if it's not. It'll be the crosswind. The big trick, the big thing about wind, obviously, is the crosswind component. And the Cessna 172 has, or aircraft, has a maximum crosswind ability. And I'm not sure what the maximum crosswind for a Cessna is. Hang on.
Oh,
It'll be the crosswind. The big trick. Well, I can hear my echo somewhere. So Cessna 172 can handle a 15 knot crosswind, roughly. Okay, we're airborne. Awesome. Oh, that must have been someone's YouTube coming back. So that was like 10 seconds delayed.
yeah, that was me. Sorry.
It's all good. If it ever becomes a problem, we'll just mute you. It's all good. Okay, where we go. Okay, we're already nearly at 1,000 feet, doing 72 knots. 80 knots, 1,000 foot. No, 90 knots, 1,000 foot. So far, the weather's looking pretty good. I haven't actually had a good look out the window yet. Might be a little bit of haze there. That's a pretty 172 as well. Nice blue paint job. Hang on. Is that the plane they're in? That's saying 182 there. I'm confused. Let me have a quick look. It is a 172 Skyhawk that they're in. Oh, it's a little bit hazy out there. That should be fine for the straight down photos though.
There was another plane on the tarmac, so it could have been that one.
Oh, that's the next door plane, of course. Yep. Yep. So there was a like a Beechcraft there too with a distinctive V-tail. That's a different plane again. It's probably a Bonanza. Anyhow, we're in a 172.
And a great big thanks to James Wilson for a $10 super chat saying safety first, always, as well as fuel money.
Yeah, we need a motion potion to keep you up there, or motion lotion if you like. It's a bit, you know what, the big fan at the front of the airplane, you know that keeps the pilot cool. That's what it's there for, because you watch him sweat when it stops working.
Or we can call it aviation motivation.
Yeah, that'll do. Avgas. That's funny. We use avgas in Australia too, although we use petrol for cars. We use avgas for aeroplanes. It's not like avpetrol, avpet. That'd be weird. Awesome. Yeah, it's looking good. The straight downs are going to be really nice today. The distant panoramas are going to be a little bit hazy, but the straight down photos should be awesome this week, as usual. Even last week's, the amount of info we got out of the photos was pretty good. Okay, we're at 2,300 feet already and doing just under 100 knots. Looks like we're getting some good photos of the airport storage lot there. And hopefully this flight we're going to find some of the dirt that's getting, or soil that's getting deposited there at the launch site. Oh, well, a little bit of haze. That's amazing. Every day is just a little bit different when you go flying. Well, there's lots of photos. Yep, the airport storage lot. Oh, look at, is that area that seems to be cleaning up even more. Have a little look at that area. That area seems to be very clean. I'm pretty sure there was some concrete vaults in there last time I saw that. That's a bit of a shot.
And they'd probably be bringing in dirt, not soil.
The brown stuff from Brownsville.
They're the difference between the two.
Cool.
Soil tends to include all the organic material and living crap, which you would definitely not want in a fill situation because that would lead to decomposition and settlement, and it's also not consistent. That's why if you ever build on this area that they did that was filled, you have to generally bring in topsoil so that you can actually grow stuff.
You are 100% correct.
So.
Well, thank goodness I have lots of dirt then. Hey, let's try to clean that little area up just a little bit. It's almost like the that area was cleaned up. They just moved everything over into that corner there. Some basket strainers perhaps in there. Okay, let's see, where are we? Oh, yeah. They're quite the hoarders, aren't they, SpaceX? All right, where are we? Still at the airport lot. There's the Brownsville ASU. Well, we're off on a bit of a detour. We're off to look for the source of aforementioned dirt. We're up over this way. First, so when Starbase is way over this way. You're going the wrong way, mate.
Big thanks to JS Web for re-upping their RGV Flight Supporter membership for the 23rd month. He says, thank you, RGV, best channel on YouTube.
Cool. That's quite the title to uphold, so appreciate that. That's the go. The truck drivers don't have to back in here. They can just drive through, hook up, and continue on their merry way. Well, there's a whole fleet of them over here. I guess there's sort of a lot of similar components here with the big tall box and the... Where's the small... Oh, I can't quite see. The cold box must be back around the corner there, is it? The other box.
The cold box, it's a very tall structure.
Oh, sorry, the other one. Sorry, the other box, sorry.
Which one?
The smaller one that's at Starbase.
And a big thank you to one of our editors, Rex, for sending one gifted membership.
Okay, where's he going now?
Bing.
Yep, he's turning back around now. Still climbing, yeah. Where are we up to? Up to 3,000 feet. Ground speed of 103 knots. So 106 knots. We pay a little bit more attention then as he turned. Which way did he turn? He's heading headwind now. He was flying downwind and he just turned upwind. We should have been able to see a change in his ground speed, although he could have levelled out too. There's always this argument we have, or debate, I suppose, we have with model aeroplane flyers. They often say, when you turn downwind, you lose airspeed. But that's not the case. If you maintain the same altitude, you don't change airspeed. I mean, if you don't change throttle settings and don't change altitude, you lose a tiny bit of airspeed because of the actual turn, but not because you're turning downwind. Okay, let's see what photos you got there of that. Oh, nothing. What? They must have had trouble finding it. Okay. Just quickly.
So T
I was talking
Ciron.
about. Sorry,
No,
Alex. I
go
was
ahead.
talking about that smaller white box there.
Heat exchanger. It's the other site. We'd have to have different angles. It sells there.
Cool.
So T Ciron in the chat asked for the Pad 1 dirt fill, where are they getting the fill from? Is it a long haul? And thanks for the great show. And we were just actually looking at that just a little bit ago. It comes from just a few miles west of Massey's, so it's not too far of an area to go.
But the Rudd base and other stuff isn't coming from that site.
Wonder why they went over there. Oh, maybe just to photograph the Brownsville ASU. Oh, look at it. Lose ground speed. Yeah, when you turn upwind, yeah, you lose ground speed. That's for sure, Yazada. Yep. Well, hang on.
Do you know where that other fill is coming from, Alex?
I haven't looked where their quarry is.
Okay,
But that's all engineered and spelled out. That yeah, it's definitely not coming from that location.
That's just like the top fill, right? Coming
It's
from
just,
that area.
yeah, it's just a generic fill.
Bit of a close up of the USS KFC. Oh, did it again. JFK. Jeez. Oh, it's early in the morning.
You got chicken on the mind.
KFC for breakfast. Yay. Where's my Uber Eats? That doesn't kind of work for me. I'm like, that's like, I don't know, 30, 40 mile, I think. 30, 20 mile, 30 mile. It's about 45 Ks. Oh, we're going to get some good photos. Some of them are coming out. Just that's not, yeah, that last photo is not a good indication of how all the photos are going to come out. This is more like how they're going to come out. Is that another one getting scrapped over there? I'd imagine it is. They need a scrapyard like this at Starbase, don't they? Okay, so flying along. Where are we going? Okay, we're heading over towards. Skip just abreast the Rocket Ranch. Heading over to Massey's, I'd imagine. There we go. We're 90 knots, 92 knots, 4,500 feet.
Nuts.com is a snacking utopia.
Tracking 052. So 0. Where are we going? 090 would be roughly that way. 05, yeah, the track's about right. I'm guessing this map is north-south orientated. Seems that way. What's that you got on the screen over there, Matt? Oh, I see. You're showing some paperwork.
Yeah, we got the new cockpit cam, so I'm just working on putting it in.
Oh, cool. If I look at the heading over there, 43, 043, and the orientation of this flight radar map, it looks like that is a north-south orientated map. Oriented. Apparently there's no such word as orientated. Okay, what are we looking at now? Oh, there's the JFK again. I guess we can't really call it the JFK anymore because there's a new JFK, so I guess we can call it the wreck of the old JFK.
You can just call it scrap.
The USS Scrap? No, that doesn't sound quite right. I don't want to say that. That sounds a bit disrespectful.
You could call it CV-67, which is its proper name.
CV-67. Good year, 67. It's the best
Would it be
year.
CVN technically?
It's not nuclear.
Oh, that's right. Forgot it was one of the. Well, no, Kitty Hawk was the last non-nuclear, and it was already scrapped, wasn't it?
I think so.
So yeah, that wouldn't that unless JFK was older than Kitty Hawk.
It was an oil burner. It wasn't nuke. This one.
Hmm.
That's a nice close-up there of the liquefaction plant. A little bit hazy today, but that'll denoise out okay. If you hear the odd horse in the background, don't be alarmed. The horses aren't in the house. They're just hanging out outside. A little bit hazy today, but that's fine. Okay, where are we now? Let's see. Up, turning back towards Starbase now. We're at just about our 6,000 feet, which is where we like to be for the flyovers. Oh, that's not what the Cessna looks like.
Wouldn't want to know how much that upgrade would be.
I reckon.
The case of if you have to ask, you can't afford it. That's how much it is.
Exactly. Right, November 103 Sierra Victor. Okay, coming up on the build site. Oh, Highway 4 anyway. We're still away from this. Oh, okay. My session expired because I haven't paid for flight radar yet. Okay, so I should have some build site photos coming in. There we go. Some build site in Sanchez. How's our trusty old boosted 18 going? Oh, they've been scrapping, I think. Oh, maybe I'll have to have a closer look. Maybe they've scrapped some more around the outside wall. They haven't quite finished around the outside wall yet. Still no idea what that new part is. Let's have a look at see if they've added anything to the integrity stand. Where is it? Where are you? Oh, there it is. There's something going on over on that side. Not sure if it's anything substantial or not. But the booster transport stand made its way back. That frame hasn't changed at all. Shadow's still just there. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all those parts are back. So they've taken the adapters off the SPMT by look of it already for the transport stand. Ah, they've got rid of those. They've moved those older style adapters. On your voiceover, Matt, it sounds like you're saying style adapters, like to adapt the style rather than the new style of adapters because of the way the script is written. I'm thinking that's kind of funny. We have ourselves some style adapters.
Got to keep up with the times, you know.
Exactly. For sure. Now, let's see at the front. Where's Highway 4? Is that shot showing it? No. Oh, it's a bit hazier than I thought it was going to be today.
So we got a question from Geo in the chat. They ask, will the next Mechazilla construction include the addition that's going on at Pad 2, or will they assemble a huge crane to add it later? I'm guessing they might mean if they're going to add the same thing to the top of Pad 1 that they're doing on Pad 2. That's my guess.
I believe they've already been commented that they're going to be adding the same thing to Pad 1, at least unofficially from some of the crane people.
And as for new towers moving forward, I'd expect to see the same thing up on top. More than likely built in before they lift it, even, or like as a thing they. So I think someone was saying the crane at 37 should be capable of lifting Section 9 with a new roof on it as well. I mean, as they build it moving forward. But yeah, the crane, near 11,000 at Starbase has been designated for work on both Tower 2 and Tower 1. From word on the street. I might just be able to see it down here. Oh, it's looking like it's poured with concrete already. I've got a friend for Alex's friends here with me, Thomas the cat. He's a tomcat. Some more sort of miscellaneous parts, I guess, for the Gigabay. Oh, nice views out of the window there. That's incredible. Horses want to fly too. Yeah, no, I don't know about that, but yeah, they're almost small enough to fit in a plane. Believe it or not, they're only like 8 hands high. They haven't got 8 hands. They're 8 hands tall. 8 hands would look funny on a horse.
What size hands though are we talking? Are we talking like a baby's hands or like an adult hand?
Aha, welcome to the world of, I want to say, imperial measurements. Yeah, it's a bit like a cubit, isn't it? And a foot. 4 inches. A 4-inch hand is what it is. Road construction at Massey's. No, we haven't looked at that yet. But as of last flyover, they had poured concrete on both lanes to the bend in Massey's Way. So it's interesting to see how Massey's Way is going this week. So it's only 5 days between flyovers this week. What size is a hand? Yeah, it's 4 inches. That's an old horse measurement they seem to have kept. When we do talk in centimetres too these days with the minis, I think it's 87 centimetres. Let me just check that. So 8 hands is like 32 inches. '81 or 800 mil, 81 centimetres for 8 hands. Yeah, so yeah, a hand's 4 inches, roughly 100 mil. We're up to now. Looks like we've got some launch site photos coming through now. What are we looking at here? The soccer field. Okay? Taking an interest in the soccer field this week. That's good. Soccer pitch. Sorry, it's a pitch, isn't it, on soccer? How's the filling going? Looks like they filled this wedge. Maybe up to around here somewhere. Looks like possibly there's still a bit of a hole in the centre. But yeah, looks like they're getting through it. Had to get over it, so they built a bridge here to get over it. It's always good to build a bridge to get over things. Can't quite see the top of the tower yet. See if we can find a top of the tower picture. What is the new roof on the tower for? I believe it's to protect it from launches and or catches. Remember there was that one flight where the top of Tower 1 got a bit damaged, or just the mast anyway, so maybe something along those lines to protect against things like that. I mean, it's not going to protect the mast on top, obviously, but if there was enough force up there to mess with the mast, maybe there's enough force up there to mess with the cable pulleys. How's the sheet piling going? Oh, yeah, they're making good progress on the sheet piling. I wonder, does that mean they're on the crane moved over here? Are they on the other side, or are they just picking stuff up? They did open one of the chopsticks up so to get to move further through this way. They did it again with a bulldozer, I believe I read. So the new bulldozer powered chopstick arms, you see? Oh, that was a James Webb question. Cool. The jet grouter, what's it? Oh, it's moved. The jet grouter was parked in here last week. It's now there. I can't see it's hooked up to the support equipment yet again. It shouldn't be used. I think it's probably still a bit too early to be using the jet grouter yet. Maybe soon I can start doing some. Oh, methane deliveries. Ooh. Geez, I haven't left them a lot of room there to get their methane trucks in. Nice little squeeze for them. So I guess there's methane coming in production in anticipation for a static fire within a month, maybe.
Or they're just keeping the tanks necessarily filled.
Okay, so that they have a minimum amount of fuel they have to keep in them. Is that correct?
You want to keep them down at temperature so you don't have to go through the whole step of commissioning them.
Cool. Here's the roof here. I know the roof's still on the ground. It doesn't look like. Well, there was a flyover after hours last week. This was done. Looks like they haven't touched it for a couple of days. But I guess there's plenty to do that we can't really see. So from our shots last week, all these beams have been put in, and these two main pieces of steel and all the cladding to go on top is being spread out. Cool bananas.
Spacing on that right rear
Yes.
back corner.
Yes, there is. The one on the lower right, Steph, the one that I marked last week. I'm assuming that's where they're going to have roof access, like stairwell or ladder coming up.
Because the ladder at the moment's coming up here somewhere. Looks like they may move it over to there. Just to make it look odd. That's just to make it look odd for all your OCD people. Okay, cool. There's the SpaceX 11,000. Looking rather deboomed. It's sitting out of the way. So I guess they might be correct in saying that they're getting some boom parts maintained. Is that the roof? Yeah, Sharpie, that's the... Sorry, Crayman, say that again.
Can you tell how many winches are inside Marvin?
From this shot, it looks like 2, but hopefully later today when the high res has come out, we'll know for sure.
Let me see. So they could be missing. They could be able to get maintenance as well. Is that what you're saying, Crane Man?
Yeah, hello said that some things were going to be maintenance on, and including winches.
Thank you. Cool. I don't quite have that angle yet, but yeah, that photo will show it once we see the high res, though, for sure. It's Can't quite make it out. I could download it maybe. To me, it kind of looks like they're missing.
Looks one is missing. The front two are still inside.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying as well.
Just that one's missing.
And then the one in the boom foot.
Yeah.
Which maybe we'll see at the storage lot on Highway 4.
Oh, what's going on? There we go. I can see the bits of geo mesh sticking out there. So what they're going to do here must be going to do something a little bit different here. They're taking their time on a spot.
They seem to be building their perimeter road and then filling in from the out in on some areas.
Big procession of trucks. Is that water coming in or water going out?
They're pumping
What's
the
going-
groundwater because groundwater comes in here with the tides.
Yeah. Might belong building, not belong. See if there's a larger shot of that to see where it's coming from. Or going to, I should say. Oh, it's a much larger picture, but it's not enough resolution.
They're limited to where they can be discharging that water.
Yeah. Which, I don't know, yeah. I guess it's got a bit of dirt in it, I guess. But I mean, there's water here, water there. It's sort of the same water, but yeah, I understand. There's rules. I look back at this photo in 12 months' time from now and go, wow, look at that. Look how bare it used to be. Looks like we're circling the launch site now. Oh, then heaps of circle work. And it looks like that concludes the photos for the launch site. Very good. There we go, 6,300 foot. Where's that speed? Back to sort of 60 knots, just cruising. 55 knots, really cruising. That's a good set of launch site photos for us. That's going to be a good shot down into there to see how they're going in that area. Hey, what's going on here? Are they disassembling that?
They already shipped it out and they brought in a replacement.
Ah, I missed that overnight. Is it a different machine or a bigger machine or anything like that?
I haven't looked into specifics yet.
Well, there you go. Wonder, do we know for sure or not whether they drilled more piles under here?
I don't believe they have yet.
Cool. The methane trucks are coming and going as we're doing the flight. As we're doing the flight, a couple of those trucks are already moved out. Sharpie looks nice, just needs spreading the fertilizer. Something like that. Maybe they'll grow a tank farm if they spread some fertilizer. Will they be removing the small hot dog tanks? We believe so. They're got the scaffolding up here to inspect the. Oh, and that might be on that photo. Hang on, let me change photos. They've been inspecting the lift points. This photo's better. Down in here, they've been inspecting the lift points for the little hot dog tanks. So yeah, it's a pretty good chance they're going. They've also been scaffolding around. There's some scaffolding around the base of these tanks. Now these tanks, that's their lift point. Is it down below? I think they don't have a lift point on top. So they might be inspecting the actual lift points on these ones too. So there's, I don't know, maybe these ones are going as well, which would be nice. And then I can fill all that with these hot dogs. Do you know the difference in the colour of hot dogs over time? Getting dirty. Man, what a busy work site. And it's only going to get busier. Okay, where are we? Oh, we're off the screen. Okay, we're heading over. Where are we heading? We're going bush.
Going for the lower angles.
Yeah. Not far from Mexico there. Wow, what a beautiful view outside the airplane. Oh, that's a slightly wide angle lens he's got there on the wing. Sort of exaggerating the horizon a little bit. Okay, let's see what photos he has. Oh yeah, cool. Back at the launch site. So from the village and straight back to the launch site. Getting those low angle photos like Alex just said. Oh, there's some more, I think, crane mats over there. Is it just me or they've moved the crane back a little bit? It wasn't on that end, at that edge of the pad last week. Now it's back at this edge of the pad.
Probably made some room to move the booster to pad 2.
Ooh, don't know they're going to need that for a minute, but yeah, sure. Getting keen there, I see. Nice to see a bit of keenness going on. Waiting for that booster to come out. That's good. It's good to see.
Didn't they
Yeah,
move the
it was a few
transport
days.
stand the other day for a test?
They did.
They did too.
Oh, is that what you meant, Crane Man?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry for that.
That's good. I should have recognized that, sorry.
I expect it sooner rather than later, though.
So let's put some scaffold back up, but just on that, like I think Weber might have said, just enough to access the lower work platform.
Hey, Stephanie, can you see anything on the soil as a result from the deluge test?
Oh, let's have a quick look. Let me see, that one might show that area a little bit. Not really, hang on. Let me look. Not that one.
Yeah, I was wondering more at the landfill section because of new soil combined with the water.
Let me quickly look here. That one might have shown a bit. I'll have to go further down. Hang on, give me a sec. Go back to the other launch site photos. Hang on. Too far. Well, there's that side. It came a fair way over there, didn't it? It really choofed out. Have a look at. I'll try and find the other side. Hang on. Oh, concrete. Concrete. Cement. I like the way you said that. That's well, they've covered it.
That one might do it.
I think
Looks pretty dry.
Yeah, but I think they might have covered. I might have even covered it because there was a strip along here wasn't covered last week. I'd say they've backfilled over it, the area anyway.
There's your drainage line, if you're wondering.
Yeah, I was. So there must be a pump around here somewhere. Oh, it's over here. They're pumping it into that retention pond?
Where are you seeing a pump?
Oh, no, I can't find a pump.
I was wondering, did they put a decline in the concrete around pad 2 so the water goes back to the flame trench and that pond that you see now?
It doesn't flow back into the trench, but it's pitched down towards the retention pond. And there's, from some of the ground shots, you can tell that everything is sort of pitched towards the edges around the tower base. It's especially noticeable if you look along, compare the height of on the other side of the weld lines with the concrete.
On the other side, over that side.
Yeah, it's a lot more obvious.
Yep.
And the
Okay.
retention pond is also, if you look along the walls, you can see how it's pitched downwards from ground photos. I think Sean might have some.
You can almost see it here that it looks like the concrete's higher on the wall there than here. You can almost see it in that photo.
One side of that top plate pretty much fills the pond by itself.
Yeah.
It reaches it.
There's a bit of water here, maybe, but I don't think that's going to delay its test. Maybe. I mean, maybe. It's been a few days, though.
To reach all the way over to that blast wall is pretty crazy.
They say any evidence that water was out on the where they're filling, I think, has been had more dirt put on top. Ah, cool photo of our little Zen garden. Nice. Seen much change this week. Awesome, that's an awesome set of photos. Well done.
So all that plating comes up top of the roof.
That's how it appears.
Well, you can almost maybe that triangle goes in there, and then there's that. Oh, maybe that shape fits over there, the other way around in there. So maybe that face is that face, and maybe that face is that face. There's a couple of odd shapes that may fit in sort of these areas. Oh, there's a taper triangle there to fit in one of these corners here. It looks like it all fits together in there.
That would add some weight.
Add some weight.
Yeah, adding the plates to the roof, that would add some weight.
Yeah, I think the crane's. Like I said, it's somewhere around 150 odd ton, I think, capability at its current configuration. I don't think that. Oh, no, might be getting close to 100 ton. I don't know. It doesn't. Maybe I'm not sure. I was guessing sort of 90 to 100 tons of weight all up as that piece of steel. But that's a wild stab in the dark.
Come on, Starlink.
Well, we've got a bit of. It always happens this time of the flight. Get a bit of turbo lag on the Starlink.
And we lost everything.
Ah, goodness gracious.
That's all right. We'll just use the pictures for now.
Oh, okay. Oh, we lost everything from the plane. Oh, I see. So YouTube's still running?
Yep.
Oh, cool. All right.
So I'm just gonna put you as everything.
Ah, cool. That's how I like it. All right, okay. Dude, talk about putting me on the spot. What's going on out here? See, lots and lots of trucks coming and going. Wow. Yeah, sheet piling. It's moved forward. Gee, it seems a bit slow, but I guess I'll get there. I've got that crane on crane mats. I guess they're sort of shuffling the crane mats along as they go. I don't know, is that about, it must be close to the other side of the trench where the crane mats are. I guess I'll move the crane later on to do this edge, because this edge should be about, here somewhere, I think, by the mud maps. Tight little squeeze. How's chat going?
Good, just slow.
Still amazing how crazy that top plate water deluge was. Yeah, for sure. Sure, was a lot of water came out in a really short amount of time, didn't it? And spurted quite high into the sky. So we still have them on radar, don't we? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're on. Oh, that's not us. We wish. Where are we? Here we are here. Hey, doing a bit of low photo, low angle photos of masses. I'm not sure I've seen any masses photos yet at all, actually. I don't think we've done masses yet. Don't forget masses, guys.
Did we lose the photos too because they lost connection or something?
Maybe, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
No uplink.
That's about last photo we had was roughly where the video got lost. Yeah. But I can tell you though, confidently, everything in the airplane's still quite okay. We're still flying at 3,000 feet, so we come down below the TFR for the launch site and the build site. So masses, we can come down a bit lower over masses. And we've still got some horizontal airspeed, so that's good. Nothing wrong with the plane, just having trouble with the Starlink connection. So what dropped out for you, Matt? The whole camera feed? Oh, that whole...
Yeah, both cameras dropped out. They've been a little spotty today, so I'm not sure what it was, but
No, it's usually about on the return flight back when we're back around here somewhere we'll get a bit of buffering normally. So it was a bit unusually a bit early today.
absolutely.
But we're all safe in the sky. Everything's fine in the air. So the guys in the plane's still quite okay. No need to worry about that.
Something I've been kind of wondering about is we've been seeing these annexation maps lately, and I'm wondering if you can see all of those, basically all the little plots of land and stuff where there would have been homes, but there aren't yet. I'm wondering if they're thinking about maybe extending and putting some of those in.
I think most of that is non-buildable post-hurricane.
Even that area that's like right next to the current place where they have all the houses.
That might be owned by Texas.
And it's certainly in the floodplain.
Yeah, I just didn't know if maybe they were trying to use that annexation as a way to kind of push some of it through or something.
There's two. There's that one. There's another one as well, which shows a larger area. Whoops, what happened there? Not sure what happened there. Oh, what did I click? Must click something up there. Oh, yeah, designer. I think that's the last photo we got downlinked. Yeah, downloaded. So We haven't got any Massey's low-res photos coming through. That's fine. They'll come through later.
All right, we got the plane back, so give me just a second here.
Oh, that means I'll lose full screen status. Oh. Fine. Okay. What's the new concreting at the front of Gigabay? Oh, there we go. Cool.
Well, it's
That's
still
still a
really
little bit-
spotty.
Yeah. How we're going out. Looks like we're getting some photos of the other sites as well. And then coming back for Massey's. So yeah, looking out that way, we might even get a nice photo of the Massey's Way, is it? The driveway in? Where are we? That way, that way. Over here we might have got a good shot of Massey's Way. So you, the camera's on, yeah, this left-hand side. He's poking along. What's that? 96 knots. So what about? It's about what 110 mile an hour. I'll say 120 mile an hour. Looks kind of fast when you look at it like that. So we got a download link back. Let me see. Nope. I'll just have to wait for show and tell for the rest of the photos. And is my volume changing? So when I look at a different monitor than usually. Usually I look at this monitor over here, but today I'm having to look at the monitor over there because of the way I was set up today. So chat's kind of got quiet as well. Might have lost a few people there when we lost the aeroplane video.
Yeah, we got 139 right now.
Oh. Okay, mine's saying 100. Cool. Oh, there's a question. Will the pad 1 exhaust aim straight at air handlers? From Randall.
Yeah, I was reading that, trying to figure out what he meant by air handlers, so I was just about to ask.
ASU, maybe?
ASU, yeah.
Okay. That's probably what they meant. Now, I've got a photo.
I mean, yes and no, because it's angled up, so it's kind of going to go more at an angle up into the air and kind of over.
Need a wider shot.
Yeah. This is one of yours, I think, Kiwi.
Yeah.
Giving us all a good bit of an idea of how the new flame trench is going to look.
Yeah,
but
definitely
even
gonna be different.
Yeah. But even still, it's quite a way over to the ASU from pad 1, so it's most of the energy is going to be pretty well dissipated by then.
Just a light rain shower, maybe.
And nothing's going to get blasted quite as bad as like the old vertical tanks used to. That's for sure. What's going on with my images? Let's try and find a wider angle launch site photo here somewhere. Seems like we don't have any new photos for a second.
Yeah, I'll let him know that the pictures aren't updating at the moment, but I think he's a little busy taking pictures.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
He'll
So
probably.
it is pointing. Sorry.
I was just gonna say he'll probably fix it in 10 or 15 minutes when they're on their way back.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I was going to point sort of, in that general direction, but that's quite a lot of distance. Tell you what's going to be very telling is our first static fires. We're going to have a really good idea of what exactly the plume does once it leaves the flame trench.
Well, now here's a question for Alex. Do you think they'll shut down the ASU whenever they do a launch, just so it doesn't like pull in all that smoke and dust and stuff? I mean, I know there's going to be filters, but
Probably be no different than a rainstorm, I guess. Or like weather, if it rains or whatever.
oh, I didn't see Alex is gone.
That was lost Alex. I imagine one thing's for sure is it's going to be very different to what we see at Pad 1 launches in the new flame trench. But yeah, the first static fire is going to be very interesting to see what actually happens as far as all that's concerned. So I'm going to defer all those sort of answers for those sort of questions until we see a static fire on Pad 2. Yeah, I'm in two minds. Our event dude's answering some questions for us about the ASU. They may shut it down just for power reasons, perhaps, but I think there's a process of shutting an ASU down and then after having to actually restart it again. So I'm not sure. Maybe they'll shut it down.
If I remember what Alex was saying, it would cost them more to shut it down. As far as cost of operation, it gets very expensive to shut it down and restart it back up. Now, whether or not it's better to do that for safety reasons, I don't know. But I do remember Alex saying that it's the run up and the run down that cost a lot and is not very productive, of course.
I think Event Dude's saying as of right now, because until they bring more power in, I think is what Event Dude's sort of talking about there. That because they're a bit limited with total amount of power they can use still till they bring in some more power. Where are we? Oh, coming here back to Brownsville. Looks like we might get a few. Oh, so we're just crossing the connector road, yeah. Oh, flight radar's behind. Wow. Oh, hang on. Oh no, that's the Port Connector Road. Sorry.
Surprised we didn't get some roundy rounds of Massey's with some top-down shots.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. So yeah, we post production. These photos will come up a treat. Like I said this last week too, I kind of got a little bit of trouble last week saying, "Oh, these photos are a bit blurry, a bit not so good, and we might not have a show." And then, fair enough, post production, and they come up a treat last week. So never fear, this week we'll have some awesome images again. But Photoshop is an awesome program for getting photos to look much better. It carries a weird stigma though, doesn't it, when you say, "Oh, we use Photoshop on the photos." But I promise, we're only denoising things and enhancing the photos. We're not actually adding anything. It's not CGI. It's just making the photos look better. Okay, so we're just about, where are we? We're just about coming up on the airport. Okay, yeah, so how they say, fasten your seatbelts and extinguish all smoking material.
Sit backs and tray tables in the upright position.
Oh, it's been a while since I had smoking on flights, isn't it? Okay, yeah, so coming into sort of heading towards base leg. I'll kind of do a short base leg and then they'll be on final leg, on the finals. I can't see any other aeroplanes around, so they pretty well can come straight in. What is around, actually? Oh, there's not much traffic down in southern Texas. They're turning final now. Oh, no, turning there. Now it's officially a base leg, 90 degrees to the runway. Oh, we're going to do a crooked base leg. I wonder if the aeroplane in the image is showing its track direction, or if it's showing its... Oh, it is its track. Yeah, it's track direction. So you won't be able to see any crabbing if it's with crosswind. 60 knots, nice approach speed. So it's probably flying at more like 70 knots airspeed. Well, that's sort of changing a bit. 70 knots ground speed. What's that tell me? That tells me that he's turned slowly off headwind. It tells me the wind might be coming from this direction. Okay, yeah, late finals and landing. I can't say I'm in the wrong picture, on the wrong screen. I can't see that. There we go. I couldn't see the aeroplane video. I was on the wrong screen. Oh, there's a shadow down there. Pull up. Pull up. Terrain. Okay, nice landing. Well, it's a bit bumpy. The air is a bit bumpy. The landing looked pretty dang good. 10 points for the landing. Such a bumpy day. And there we have another flight, another live stream flight completed. So in a few more hours, we'll have a show and tell with the high-res images. And that means we'll have a Saturday show this week, Matt.
That is correct. Looking forward to that, honestly.
Cool. So thank everyone there in YouTube for joining us today in the YouTube world, and for your comments and questions. Really appreciate it. And over here in Discord, there's quite a few of us here in Discord, so thank you all Patreon members for your continued support as well, and continuing to support the channel and showing up to events like the Flyovers like this. So thank you very much. Thank Matt, obviously in the background, doing all the hard work in the background there.
It is truly my pleasure. And so, yeah, we will have a show and tell later on tonight. Not sure of the time since we're having a bit of a late flyover. So it's probably going to be around 8 or 9 p.m. Central Time, very likely. But we will definitely release that as soon as we know on our Discord. So with that, we will also be having our regular Starbase Weekly on Saturday this weekend, as we just said just a little bit ago. So look forward to that. That is at 12 p.m. Central. And then, of course, we will have our normal Starbase Expanded next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central. So with that, we look forward to seeing everybody later at the show and tell and on Saturday for Starbase Weekly. Love, peace, and chopstick rail grease.